take one more shot in a vintage car. I don't got no sneakers on. 7 in the morning, go again tomorrow. Where the hell I put my phone? My last hurrah has lasted longer than I thought. I bring these sirens, but I'm never getting caught. No, live fast, no crash, spending all my daddy's cash. Why so serious? Oh man, don't you wanna be bad? Live fast, no crash, spending all my daddy's cash. Why so serious? Oh man, I just wanna be bad. I got these voices in my head and I'll just say it is. La 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 la. And I'll be sleeping when I'm dead. Keep my conscience on bed. La 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 la. I got a dual personality, show the devil that talks to me. I'm so pretty, but I'm sexy in her company. She tells me to run through the streets with a naughty little look in her eye. She's taking control over me, but she's showing me a really good time. Live fast, no crash, spending all my daddy's cash. Why so serious? Oh man, don't you wanna be bad? Live fast, no crash, spending all my daddy's cash. Why so serious? Oh man, I just wanna be bad. I got these voices in my head.
Motherfucking trailer!
That was actually an accident. I hit the wrong button again. I have too many buttons on this goddamn thing. What the hell? That's why I said I might as well go all the way. Just hit the... Figure I might as well go all the way. Just hit the Pacific Rim button tonight. Why not? Lower this just a little bit, just so you can at least slightly hear my voice. Slightly. You know what, really at the end, it doesn't matter, because when I use the Seinfeld button, automatically the stream gets claimed. So whether I use the new one or the old one in terms of the intro now, doesn't really matter anymore. Even when I follow the rules, I'm still breaking them. So what the hell? It's Friday night. Let's break the rules. I know. Might as well. At this point, all right. Okay. Before they really get annoyed and just take the stream down completely. After a while, you do a couple of things where your stream gets claimed. That's okay, because you can still stream. But if you go too far, they'll take the whole goddamn stream down. You know what I mean? So we got to be easy. We got to be easy. All right. I hope everybody had a good day. We're going to make this a full Godzilla stream. We haven't done that in a while. I know there's a lot to discuss. Well, I mean, not that there's a lot to discuss, but I know there's a thirst, and that's okay. That's not a knock. I'm not saying, I'm not calling everybody thirsty, but everybody's thirsty, like everybody got super excited about the show when it got announced last week. And ever since then, that's all everybody's talking about. All the websites are throwing out wild cards already. Okay. We've already seen it. Fuck. We've already got leaks. I mean, really? I mean, they're not plot leaks, but it's some pretty detailed information. So, Rob, did you see my future of MonsterVerse on the score? No, I have no desire to see your future of the MonsterVerse. If anyone who likes the animated trilogy does not have a MonsterVerse future that I want to see. So, even when I go on there, I'm not going to look at it. In fact, I might even delete it. So, do you think that we will see Muto Prime? Yeah, I think you have a chance to see any Titan in the MonsterVerse that exists. I think, again, assuming that we get more monster action than we expect. I personally don't think we will. I know my video probably wasn't very popular today because, I wasn't as optimistic as I think people like. I've become, if you look at my videos through history, I've become less optimistic. Only not because
Wolf tipped $5. Fuck yeah. If we gonna go crazy, I'll be right back. Gonna go get a beer.
For some reason, for a half a second, that didn't sound right. Like, yeah, let's go crazy. Yo, stay right there, man. I'll be right back. Like, that's how you go to a party, everybody's psyched up, and dude's like, yo, give me a second, I'll be right back. Like, he's there with you, like, yeah, fuck this, yeah. And then he just stops and is like, yo, I gotta take a shit. You know what I mean? Like, it just sounded weird from him, but then he said he was getting a beer, so it's all good. But no, what I'm saying is, it's not that I'm not optimistic about the MonsterVerse. When I hear news, I really keep my expectations low now. If you go through the history of my videos, I used to get lit whenever I heard any inkling of news. Now I don't do that. I've learned my lesson, so you don't see me actually get excited until like there's a trailer or until we actually watch the movie, or in this case, the TV show, or I hear legitimate news. So I was psyched when I heard about the TV show, but then all the details thereafter, I'm like, all right, let me just, TV show is very tricky. Movie, I can forgive the movie for being bad, okay? But you're sitting there for about an hour, 2 hours, 2 hours, 10 minutes. TV show, now you're asking for like 10 hours of my time. So there's a little bit of a different approach. You know what I mean? And even for the Monsterverse, I gotta remain, you know what I mean? Because look, I have sat through Singular Point. I've sat through the animated trilogy. While these are animations, it is much harder, even after that, to pull off a TV show. So, you know what I mean? I can't, What's going on, Philosophy? I kind of the same way now, Rob, until I see casting news. Yeah, Rob doesn't do Godzilla videos with his hand in his pants like most Godzilla content creators do. Yeah, I don't. I used to, I also think back then, I mean, remember, when 2014 came out, that was the first thing Godzilla we got in like 10 years, And even though I hate waiting through this Monsterverse, I think that at the same time, oh, well, thank you, AK. I appreciate that. The Wheaties Club, my man. Appreciate that. So yeah, I think that, let me put this up a little bit now. Yeah. So I think, with the TV show, it's a little bit hit or miss, TV shows have a lot more time. Hold on, let me see. I missed that. TV shows have a lot more time, so they have a lot more time to screw things up. Yes, very true. You can do a lot more with anime TV shows than live action. I feel like you said that before, and you're just saying that to be a fuck. Because we had this very discussion last week, and I think you were here. A lot of people make this argument, especially with kaiju. You can do much more with anime. Well, if that's the case, how the fuck do you go through like 12 episodes of Singular Point and only show Godzilla at the end? That's not showing me that you can do more with anime. That's showing me that you can't do more. You know what I mean? Like somebody made this very argument last week when I was talking about why I like movies or TV shows live action as opposed to anime. And several people made the argument that, well, with the anime, you can do more with kaiju. And I'm like, really? So how come we fucking never see kaiju when we've watched Singular Point or when we've watched the animated trilogy? Tell me why, if we can do more with anime, that Mechagodzilla City was an actual city and we never got to see him as Mechagodzilla. Like, what the fuck? So I don't want to hear that bullshit. I really don't want to hear that bullshit. In fact, you think I roast the two anime shows and movie now? If this TV show live action shows more monster action than those two, that's going to be pathetic. And I never want to see a kaiju anime again. Unless it's called Pacific Rim the Black. What's going on, Cosner? That Mechagodzilla anime poster gave us blue. Oh my God, that was the worst thing they could ever do. Yeah, I'll never let them live that down. Singular Point had a lot of monster and action, though, Rob. Yeah, but it didn't feel it had more than the animated trilogy. True, but as much as I liked Anguirus, as much as I liked like the whole Jet Jaguar thing, at the end of the day, we're there to see Godzilla. The motherfucker doesn't show up till the end. Okay, that's just no excuse. If you got me complaining about how much Godzilla is in your Godzilla project, then there's a problem, because I'm not usually one to complain about that. I grew up watching Godzilla movies, and for the most part, Godzilla doesn't show up right away in his movies. He never has. That's why when people complain about 2014, it was like, do you guys forget this motherfucker hardly ever shows up on time? You know what I mean? It's like, really?
Blast tipped $20 just because, smiley face.
Oh, well, that's very sweet, Omni. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can tell. Anyway, now Omni has. I'm not gonna say anything. This is inappropriate. All right. But thank you for the 20. I appreciate it. Where was that? Oh yeah, right. So yeah, no, I don't believe it. I mean, yeah, there's a good a couple of good scenes in that show does not make it forgiving about that show. Singular Point is just as much trash as the animated trilogy. It's just a bunch of bullshit, you know? Godzilla doesn't show up until the movie and story makes it necessary. Though Singular Point doesn't get that excuse. No. Again, I when I first saw Singular Point and I saw the designs, I was like, man, this is good. I like this. I know some people weren't too crazy about it, but I liked the changes. But when I watched the show, I was like, even with all the monsters that were in it, the action was too few and far between. I tell my friends a lot that Godzilla shows up mostly at the end of the movies when they complain in 2014. Yeah. If you're a casual, like if you're not a kaiju fan, then yeah, I can understand how you would feel that way watching 2014. But I'm not even talking about the casuals. I won't give them a hard time. It's the Godzilla fans that were bitching, and I'm like, where are your brains at? SHMA Ultima Show. Yeah, mine is supposed to be here in February. It was supposed to be here in January, and I contacted the company, you know, because since you pre-order these things so far in advance, I didn't want them to think that I fucking forgot that, hey, I paid for this shit early last year. You said it would be here December, then you said January, now you're telling me February. So I told him, I said, if this shit's not here by the end of February, I'm canceling. I don't give a fuck. Even though Singular Point didn't show a lot of Ultima, it's still an entertaining show seeing the old school monsters. It's not entertaining. Okay? Your idea of entertainment must be like licking glue or something, because the fucking show sucks. This is it. I can't give, you know, kudos to. I know it's Godzilla. I love Godzilla, but look, and much respect to my other fellow content creators of Godzilla, I can't just love everything Godzilla because it's Godzilla. Okay? He's not free of criticism. And most times I criticize anything Godzilla related, it's not even Godzilla in and of itself. It's the bullshit surrounding him. The figure got delayed for every store. I don't look, James, I understand that. That doesn't mean I have to tolerate it. See, that's the difference between me and you. Well, not me and you, but me and a lot of people in general. Like, people are like, yeah, you know, it's okay. You know, they said it was delayed. Well, you know what? Then don't fucking make a promise when I pre-order that it's going to be there a certain month. Just say, you'll get it when it arrives. And I'll be like, okay. All right? I'm all about customer service. And right now I'm not being serviced. So they have a deadline. Bizarre must have been huffing Home Depot paint when watching Singular Point. Rob, I thought of the perfect example for a word case scenario. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. seemed promising at first, but seemed lesser than the MCU eventually turned around, but was pretty much its own thing. Yeah, and it took a while for it to turn around. It took like 2 seasons. I had stopped watching it for a long time until people kept saying that it was really, really good again. So I went back and I started watching it, and then I enjoyed it a little bit more. But boy, those first 2 seasons were rough. Yeah. And that, I don't want to hear any bullshit about my statue too. That by the end of this year, that shit better be here because I paid a lot of money for that, and that's gonna be right there where those boxes are. That's where that bad boy's going. I got that spot special. That's why I haven't put my computer there. I said, wait a minute, why am I gonna put my computer there? As beautiful as my computer is, I think it'll be better to put my statue there. Godzilla isn't the problem usually. It's usually the story or plot that is the most problem. One of those things that Singular Point Netflix trilogy. Seriously, there are more kaijus in Singular Point credits than in the actual show. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's a very small, slight improvement over the animated series. I'll give season 2 a shot. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that they listen to the criticism and they come out and do something. But right now, if you want to see a very good kaiju anime, just go watch Pacific Rim the Black. That shit is like, to me, that's the gold standard right now. And that doesn't even have a whole lot of monster action. You know, it's got about the same monster action as maybe Singular Point. It's got less episodes, but the story is really good, and that helps. Maybe if Singular Point story was good, I wouldn't be as critical. Hey, Rob, I just got my Mondo Hanna-Barbera's Godzilla statue today. Mondo Hanna-Barbera. Oh, so you talk about the is that the green Godzilla? So Rob was gonna say hi. I think you convinced on possibly trying on Gran Turismo 7. In my opinion, what makes the game stand above the rest? Wait, what? What's up, Rob? Was gonna say I think you convinced you. I'm saying I think you're saying convinced me on the possibility of trying Gran Turismo 7. In my opinion, what makes the game stand above the rest? Are you asking a question, or are you saying that you think it stands above the rest? Because IMO, if I'm not mistaken, means in my opinion. But I don't know how you can have an opinion about the game if you haven't played it yet, or if you haven't played you played the prior ones. Is that it? Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to take your time typing, Kazna. You shouldn't type on your phone while choking your girlfriend. So just put your girlfriend down, or just type later. Hey Rob, bet you are glad you missing the blizzard we're about to get hit with tonight. Well, I'm not missing it completely. We are getting the blizzard tonight, but we're getting like an inch. Actually, better yet. So, yeah. Your shelf collection looks dope as fuck. Also, hopefully this new show turns out better than expected. Hoping for the 2014 tone personally. So I think so. All right, so let's get into the show because it's already we're 20 minutes into the stream. I know I was a little bit late. So all right, so this leak is so weird to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen leaks of characters. I've only ever seen plot leaks. I'm not saying that they don't happen. There's just some things about this leak that, again, I'm not saying it's not real. You know, I know that this guy, a lot of people swear by this guy. I know he's gotten a lot of stuff right. I just find it weird that we're getting a leak of characters and that we're getting a leak so early. Like, remember, a week ago, we didn't know the show was happening, and suddenly now we're getting information overload. When I see that happen, I always kind of like a red flag goes off for me. So it's like, this is a weird leak. So yeah, of course, there's part of me that doesn't believe it. You know what I mean? However, the amount of characters that are Japanese and thinking about, well, this is Apple Plus. I mean, they have a lot of like foreign actors in their shows. Like even Ted Lasso, like while Jason Sudeikis, is it Jason Sudeikis? I think it is. While he is like the main character in his show, and it's a very, very good show, most of the characters in that show and even the supporting actors and all that, they're all from England. They're all foreign. I mean, the show takes place there, and obviously that makes sense, but there ain't many other American actors besides him in that. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally like, it's him and one other person. That's very uncommon, even for TV shows that take place in a different country. You'll obviously get people from that country, like, you know, you'll get obviously other, but they usually mix in a little bit more. They usually mix in a little bit more American actors, and even some of the comedy on that show, which by the way, it's not an all comedy show. I would say it's like a like comedy drama, or they call it dramedy, whatever. It's just very, very. Hold on.
Akno Goji tipped $5. To be honest, I don't like Pacific Rim. The Black takes itself too seriously like Godzilla 2014, and really I rather Pacific Rim Uprising. Pacific Rim the Black so bad, trying too hard to Pacific Rim.
Go fuck yourself.
All right, so so that's why because that's something I noticed with like a number of their shows. A lot of unknowns. And then most of the characters are very regional. Like you won't find them again. And I'm not saying this is Apple. I mean, every studio can get involved, right? There's nothing to say that Apple won't get involved to some extent. And I kind of get the feeling when I watch some of their content on their channel that they get involved at least with casting to some extent. There's this a level of diversity that is unmatched on Apple Plus. So these characters to me, the other thing is, it's a lot of information, which on one hand lends credence to it. But then when I read the description of the characters, I'm like, something not right here. First of all, I think there's one male character in that list. And then like even watching High Flyers Tag Team, his video, and he was saying how he got like a very Heisei vibe from reading the character list. And I'm like, yeah, isn't that a red flag to you if you're getting that kind of vibe? Like if you're getting that kind of vibe just from reading characters, you know, I can understand getting that vibe if I'm reading like a snippet of the story or, you know, like when I read the synopsis and then I read the characters, there's something not right there. Like the synopsis makes it very clear it's a family thing. And the only ones based on that character description that we read, there's only two characters that are related, is a mother and a son. So far, the main character, who's Kate, when you read her description, they talk about her family, but they don't necessarily go into, like, the other characters that were listed were not connected to her. So none of them are her family, at least I'm assuming at this point. And if it's a character, I mean, what was the description of let me see if I can find it. The synopsis was very short, but it's pretty specific about being about being like a family show. Blah, 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 blah. Let me see. It's got to be here, right? Oh, that's Apple TV Press, and even they don't put up the synopsis. What the fuck?
You
What
are
a
one awesome
fail.
motherfucker. Akno Goji tipped $5. Dude, only good characters that are good. May, boy, and the maze boss.
Let me see. Let me pull this one up. All right. Stupid ads. I can't believe I'm looking at. You know what? Let me just do more specific. Anyway, so I'm just trying to get the exact synopsis here because the synopsis and the cast of character of the character list don't kind of mesh. There we go. Oh, that's I guess I should put Apple TV show. There we go. The thunderous battle between Godzilla and the Titans that leveled San Francisco, and the shocking new reality that monsters are real. The series explores one family's journey to uncover its buried secrets and a legacy linking them. So let me Here it is. Shockingly new reality that monsters are real. The series explores one family's journey to uncover its buried secrets and a legacy linking them to the secret organization known as Monarch. So the only thing I can think of here.
Akno Goji tipped $5. Also living in Japan sounds better than my life.
What? Well, living in Japan shouldn't be much of a change for you, Akno. They don't talk to foreigners. So, like, nobody would bother with you, which is probably no different than here. So, you'll basically, for you, there's no transition. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now, Akno. So, nobody gives a fuck about your personal life. Anyway, so yeah. So, I mean, the synopsis is still very vague overall. But of all those characters we read about, there's no indication that any of them are related except two of them. They don't even mention whether or not this Kate character is like married or whatever, at least as far as I remember. All they say is that she's Japanese American. She goes back, unless they're not talking about that kind of family. Unless they're talking about, let's see. I'll zoom in here so I can. Why is this not working? Oh, here we go. Kate character portrayed as female, late 20s to 30s, Japanese American. Thoughtful but wary with haunted eyes that see shit like this. Thoughtful but wary with haunted eyes that survey the world at a distance. With good reason, because Kate has suffered severe personal and professional trauma from which she is yet to make a full recovery, though at times she does have a gallows sense of humor. A former school teacher, Kate travels to Japan to settle family affairs. So she's settling family affairs for what? Like, you know, she speaks English with an American accent and a limited amount of Japanese she learned from her father. Instead, Kate uncovers her family secret, yet another trauma that disrupts her life even further, recognizing that running from her problems isn't going to provide the answers she needs to heal herself. Kate reluctantly embarks on a quest to learn about her family, an adventure that will present. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's a tip jar. Okay.
The tip jar tipped $5 for the love of fucking sperm. Akno, take your grimy tips out of my fucking jar.
Kate is understandably angry and volatile, but muscles forward. Muscles forward in the face of chaos and begins to reconnect with others. And she's listed as a series regular. Again, looking back at the synopsis, I mean, I guess the point is that per Apple TV statement, the Godzilla series story will follow the thunderous battle between Godzilla and the Titans that leveled San Francisco and the shocking new reality that monsters are real. The series explores one family's journey to uncover its buried secrets and a legacy linking them to the secret organization known as Monarch. That's the other weird thing too. Like Monarch is let me see. I'm kind of skimming through the characters to see if I missed anything, but I'm fairly sure that looking through all these characters, there's no mention of anything Monarch or anything Titan. As far as I can see here. All right, so one of their characters here, Hiroshi, splits time between Tokyo and San Francisco. Fluent in both Japanese and English. He may speak with a slight Japanese accent, but is essentially bilingual. Over the course of the series, his family struggles to make sense of who this enigmatic man really is beyond what he cares to reveal to them.
Akno Goji tipped $5. Mike, shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm taking a second look at this and I'm having a little bit more doubts. So this one is May. Characters portrayed as female, 20s, black, British expat, sharp and quick-witted, with a strong sense of self in a turbulent world where not much is certain. Which, okay, you could describe the world as like that now with monsters in it. Including her true identity, her roguish exterior hides a vulnerable part of May that few get to see in order to protect them as well as herself. May has a knack for seeing past the bullshit in people and doesn't hold back when calling them out on it. She is also incredibly intelligent. Problem solving is second nature to May. Whether it be deciphering a code or finding the loophole, May is always 3 steps ahead of everyone around her series regular. I don't know. No, well, yeah. See, that's another thing too. Like, all right, here's the thing. And I was just gonna ask that, Jonesy. It's kind of funny because you were like, wait, is that actually on there? I kind of feel like these characters are not, like, if this is Hollywood writing, and I guess maybe we should expect this to be Hollywood writing when you see what we get on TV and movies nowadays, it just doesn't feel like somebody professionally wrote this. Rob, I feel like this sounds like a King of the Monsters rehash. How could you possibly get that out of this? How could you possibly think this is a King of the Monsters rehash just based on what I'm reading? Like, I don't see it. Yeah, it does sound like a draft. And it could be a draft, which is why I'm like, even if this is a legit leak, I very much doubt this is going to look like this by the time the show arrives. Well, this is not a casting script. This is supposed to be a description of the characters. To be fair. Could be like the fake Mothra leak with the army of Mutos. Rob, we don't even know when the show is coming out. It's probably coming out next year. If they actually plan to end filming by November of this year and they succeed, then I would bet spring or summer 2023. Rob, I'm saying the synopsis in particular, this sounds like retreaded territory. In King of the Monsters, we learned secrets about Monarch, and there was a family involved. Well, there was a family involved in every fucking movie, so it's not... I wouldn't specifically say any of them. I would say specifically it's a reused premise.
Money in the tip jar tipped $5. Please fucking burn us. Or else you'll be touching what he does behind closed doors in the closet.
Ooh, this is why I don't carry cash. Yeah, so I don't think that's exclusive to King of the Monsters, Cosner. That's pretty much been the premise for the whole Monsterverse, with the exception of Kong Skull Island. So, it's okay if you don't like King of the Monsters, but you don't have to call them out with something that obviously is not exclusive to it, okay? So don't be a dick. The Monsterverse is basically Fast and the Furious with the amount of family. Reverse Cowgirl is banned from Alabama because no one turns their back on family. I like that. You're just being, well, you're not being honest. You're just being opinionated, which with you is painful sometimes because, well, you just got to hear yourself talk. And I think you would, I don't know if you would even understand. You might fall in love with yourself talking. Bring back Ford Brody. That may not be such a bad idea. It's not happening. At least based on this, it's not happening. Kong Skull Island was the Tokyo Drift of the Monsterverse. That's pretty true. Do you think we will get to see some snippets of the fight between Godzilla and the Mutos? We'll probably get different angles. I'll tell you one thing. Here's what I think. I do think that's a possibility because this is supposed to be taking place shortly after 2014. And what's going to happen is what you're seeing has actually already been filmed. They just never put it on. They just left it on the cutting room floor. And now they're using it for a TV show, which would be a smart thing to do, but it'd be kind of fucked up. Again, we'll never really know if that's the truth, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Like the first episode or two, you might see that. To me, these character descriptions sound more like casting calls, a rough idea of what the character is supposed to be like. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, look, anything's possible. I mean, I have my skepticism. I always will. I'll never believe a leak 100%. I don't think anyone should. Even if the person has a decent track record. What throws me off about this is a leak like we've never gotten before, and to get it a week after the show's been announced, to me is just odd. It's just odd. Like, I mean, and some of the writing here on this leak is just, I mean, I don't know how well you guys can read it. I'll share the screen so you can see yourself. I'll zoom in as much as I can. I mean, I don't know how well you guys can read that. There's Kate right there. All right. On the top, if you want to read for you, I'll just leave it on screen while I talk. If you guys want to check it out, I don't know how well you guys can read it. And now here's the thing too, right? Even if this is legit, the chances of this staying exactly like it is now is so slim that the person who leaked this can just say, well, they changed things, you know.
You are one awesome motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. I guess what I'm saying is, even if this is bullshit, it's going to be hard to prove.
Goji tipped $5. The first 4 Fast and the Furious films are good, after that they fucking suck.
Look, Acno, I want to tell you something. I appreciate the donations. Can you at least space them out a little bit? You know, like, I feel like every time I start talking, you're throwing out a dono. And again, I do appreciate it. I do. I know it's your hard-earned money, and I appreciate you doing that. Can you just space it out? Like, wait like 5 minutes between donos. And that way you'll have more to respond to instead of feeling like you have to respond to every sentence I say. You probably might have to increase the tips. I know. Actor, you fuck. Stay on topic, Acno. Apple has money to blow. Rob, do you feel this is Legendary shot back at Warner Brothers for releasing Godzilla vs. Kong on HBO without telling them? Well, here's the thing. Legendary didn't really have a leg to stand on. In fact, Warner Brothers kind of did them a favor by giving them the extra money. They didn't really have to do that because the contract agrees that Warner Brothers distributes the movie. It was going to come out in theaters regardless. I think Legendary's biggest fear was that they weren't going to get as much money because it was going to pop up on a streaming service. Warner Brothers has the last laugh because I think Godzilla vs. Kong profited more than $200 million at the box office, despite the fact that it was on a streaming service. So, you know, I think this is Legendary. I don't think it's necessary them getting back at Warner Brothers. There's no way Netflix or HBO Max were going to offer the amount of money that I think Apple offered for this. Because right now, if you look at Apple's lineup versus all the other streaming platforms, they don't have a fucking thing to compete. They have Ted Lasso, a handful of movies, and maybe 1 or 2 other shows, and that's it. You know, and they're going up against shows like, you know, everything that HBO's had from the past up to this point. So you're talking about, you know, like all the Game of Thrones, all the Oz, True Detective, shit like that. They're competing with that and whatever other new shows they have. They're competing with, like, you know, Stranger Things, The Ozark, The Witcher, shit like that. They're competing with, like, all the stuff on Peacock, like The Office and all. They need something. They need something bigger than original, you know, than what they're creating right now. You know, if your streaming service is only known for one show that's a hit, and again, Ted Lasso is a damn good show. It's a lot better than I expected. I mean, it's really good. It's up there. It can definitely compete with some of the more well-known shows, but they have nothing else to stand behind Ted Lasso. So they need something else. So to me, I'm pretty sure Apple wanted this pretty desperately, probably paid at least 30% more than what HBO and maybe Netflix were offering. And Netflix has a tendency to overpay. I think that's coming to an end because Netflix is like throwing spaghetti at a wall and seeing what sticks. They put out so much shit, and in between all that shit, they'll have a hit every now and then. So it's annoying to need to subscribe to 50 different streaming apps just to watch your favorite shows and movies. The thing of it is, you don't need to. So, like, one of the things that I do, and a lot of people do this, is you only sign up for the app when most of the shows you like are on. You sign up for 1 month, you watch everything, and then that's it. You close it. Because how often do you really watch some of your streaming services? I don't watch them that much, you know? Even none of us do. Like my mother, or I should say rather, my parents, but mainly my mother, watches a lot of Netflix. So, and I told her I'm canceling. You know, I'm like, I don't normally keep it. So she agreed to pay half of it. You know what I mean? And that's fine. The kids are every now and then like to watch it. But a lot of the other ones, you know, you just cancel it. Like when this show comes out on Apple, a lot of you guys are going to have a free trial eligible. It's a 7-day trial, but that's more than enough time to watch something that might be 6 to 10 episodes. And then when it's done, you cancel it. That's it. You don't have to have them all. You just need to know when to cancel. A lot of people just let it go and they end up not canceling anything. You just need to pay attention and know when to cancel your subscriptions. That's all.
Warstew tipped $5. Hey guys, Warstew here. My inside sources told me the ending to season 1 of Hourglass, and I'll share with you on my next video. This is the same source that told me 8 years ago about Hiax in GVK. Mothra Martha Mothra. Catch you on my next video.
Warstew. Oh, I wonder if I'm sure he's made a video about this. I haven't checked. I almost forgot about his channel until somebody just mentioned it. Yeah, so, you know, interesting. It's, again, cool stuff. It gives us something to talk about. The guy does have a good track record, right? He has been wrong before. Again, and I'm not even saying he's not getting information. I'm not saying that even if this is wrong, that he made it up. As like I said in my video, these leakers may all get this information. It's just whether or not this information is accurate. That's all. This right now, again, I find it fishy simply because this is a very unique leak. And to get it a week after the show came out, and then to get it, several months before the show even starts filming, it's just a little odd. That's all. It's just a little odd. Like up here, it says Hourglass, parentheses, actors access. What actors? You know what I mean? Like episodic, safe house legendary, major streaming service. Why doesn't it say Apple streaming service? Or like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't say Apple here, which means that if this is real, this is well before they struck a deal. Because it says, so this is something they were trying to pitch, right? So this could very well just be something that is a concept in the works and may not even come to fruition. You know? Executive producers, Joby Harold, Troy Tunnell. A lot of these guys I've never heard of, you know, and I only know about Matt Fraction because he was mentioned in articles. I mean, Japan casting director. So Japan casting director, and then there's a casting assistant, casting associate, casting director. So the casting director is Rana Kress. The casting associate is Emma McKillop, and the casting assistant is Lily Rucker, but the casting director is Japanese, who is Yoko Narahashi. For some reason, it's highlighted. Thought that was me, but that's how it is. I mean, have we even? Is this guy associated with Tokyo? I mean, can we do research on this? Let me see. Yoko Narahashi. Let me look that up real quick. I mean, I probably won't get much information on it. All right, Yoko Narahashi. Yoko Narahashi is a promotional Japanese casting director and film producer. She gained prominence due to her involvement in The Last Samurai, Bible, and Memoirs of a Geisha. So she's worked with Ichiwaka, Chiba, Japan. Yoko Narahashi. So she's worked on The Wolverine, Emperor, 47 Ronin, The Ramen Girl, Babel, Memoirs of a Geisha, Last Samurai, The Winds of God, and Cypher. She gained prominence due to born in Ishikawa, Chiba, Japan. Narahashi moved to Montreal, Quebec, Canada in 1952 at the age of 5, and her father got a job at the International Civil Aviation Organization. She returned to Japan a decade later to attend International Christian University in Mitaka, Tokyo. In 1967, she returned to New York, where she studied at the Neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theaters. Returning again to Japan, Narahashi founded 2 companies. The first was an English conversation school, Model Language Studies, which taught English through theater. The school now has branches in 34 countries. The second was a production and management company, United Performance Studios, based in the Actors Studio in New York City. In 1998, she served as the founding director of UPS Academy, a method acting school geared towards foreign actors. Narahashi was once married to Johnny Nomura, the producer behind the popular Japanese band Godiego. She wrote the lyrics for Gandhara, The Galaxy Express 999, and Holy and Bright. They have since been divorced. Her most recent work as a casting director, at least for anything American related, was The Wolverine in 2013. Although, no, this has all her films that she's worked. So she's never done she's never done the casting for TV. She hasn't worked since 2013. '13 was the last time. Let's see her IMDb. Casting department, casting director, producer, see full bio. Members of the yeah. Was producer for the 2013 World War II film Emperor, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Matthew Fox. I mean, she's got credentials, but her last bit of work was 2013. So 2013, and now 9 years later, she just suddenly got called to do a casting directing. And she is not associated with Toho at all. So are we to believe that in the last 9 years, there's no Japanese casting director that has risen to prominence, that they feel that they have to call this lady after 9 years of... And I'm not saying she's not working. Maybe she went back to theater. Who knows? That is odd. That is odd. So 9 years she hasn't done any casting directing. Her last movie was The Wolverine in 2013. She also did this one, the other one here, the World War II film, Emperor. So the question remains, are we to believe that for 9 years there hasn't been another Japanese casting director that has risen to prominence that could be hired, where Legendary and Apple and Safeguard, whatever, had to go and call her? Maybe she's a ghostwriter on some stuff. No, they have her listed as a casting director. Plus, she there's nothing here that says she's a writer. She's done some producing, and she's directed in theater. You know what? Let's dig a little deeper. This is why we're doing this tonight, right? So other people on here. So casting director. She's the Japanese casting director. Casting director Rana Kress. Let's look up Rana Kress. Rana Kress, born, she's 62. The last movie she casted, so her record is Ford versus Ferrari, The New Mutants, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Fast and the Furious, Only the Brave, Mad Max, Triple X, The Fault in Our Stars, these are all movies. Everything on her resume is a movie. There's not one TV show on here. Let's look at her IMDb and then her Wikipedia. She is known for her work on Moulin Rouge, Mad Max Fury Road, The Fault in Our Stars. Casting department. Okay, according to this, she did do one TV series, which was Legion. She's done quite a number of TV. Okay, so Chase, the Hostages, Without a Trace, 11th Hour, The Tick. These are her TV shows. Well, casting director. So right now she's working on Something from Tiffany's, which is currently filming. We Have a Ghost is in post-production. She got a lot of shit she's working on for 2022. She was casting director for Free Guy, so she's very recent. Nothing here about any upcoming projects, other than, well, these are her projects coming out this year. Something from Tiffany's, Class of '09, Secret Headquarters, Breathe, Florida Man. I mean, she's got like one, two, three. She's got 3 shows that she's currently a part of. And then she's got one that's currently filming. And then she's got one that's in post-production. Now, I don't know what a casting director does. I'm assuming if you're working on a TV series, I don't know if your job is necessarily over. They probably might want you to cast new characters for the following season. Again, casting director can go in so many different directions. I don't know in the ins and outs of Hollywood. what I'm saying is, I don't know if your job is done once you get the cast onto the show. You know what I mean? Or once you get the cast onto the movie, like, is your job done? Does that mean you sign off and go home? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know how that works. All right, buddy. Good night.
Dad, can I sleep in my room tonight?
No, not tonight. Yoko Narahashi. Are you talking about the same Yoko Narahashi though? Because I checked her IMDb and I checked her Wikipedia, and that movie you mentioned is not there. So I don't know if you're talking about the same one. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right here, and it I mean, she has a long history of doing work. It's just that according to IMDb and according to Wikipedia, she hasn't had anything since 2013. So where are you getting this information?
Let me see. Yeah. But I can't really scoop up the food.
All right, who else is on this list here? Emma McKillop. Emma McKillop. Casting department. Secret headquarters. We have a ghost, Florida man. So this person looks like she works for the other lady because she's got pretty much the same exact resume. 9 Lives. Although she has Deadpool on hers. Ford and Ferrari. Yeah, so she looks like she's worked with the other chick we just checked. What? Can't you just put it in chat instead of messaging me? What? I'm sorry, I did not. Okay. All right, you sent me this link. Night, sweetie.
Night.
Oh. Known for Babel. Okay. Soundtrack. What is all this shit? Filmography. Known for those movies. Why would she be under soundtrack? And why would she be listed as an actress? And listed as a producer, a writer, casting department, casting director, audition. How? I mean, I know this is IMDb, but how accurate is this? Why would she be under soundtrack? I don't know. This looks weird. This is definitely a more different page than I'm looking at. The one I'm looking at is her biography. This is her. IMDb. I mean, it's the same website, right? Or is it? Why does your website have an M in front of it and mine doesn't? All right. So assuming she has something for 2019. Okay, I guess we'll play devil's advocate. She's all in one. Yeah. She got a voice of Fergie and Jesus. I guess she did a soundtrack. I don't know. I've never heard of her before. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Rob, do you think that a Jurassic World, a fan-driven movie like King of the Wait, what? A fan-driven movie like King of the Monsters, do you think it would do better than King of the Monsters or... Wait. Hey, Rob, do you think that if Jurassic World, a fan-driven movie like King of the... What are you talking about fan-driven? I see what you mean. Okay, I read that wrong. If a Jurassic World movie was fan-driven like King of the Monsters, do you think it would do better than King of the Monsters or the same or worse? Well, it would do better because it's Jurassic. It's a Jurassic tag. You know what I mean? Like, that's a household name. It's going to do better by default. Anything with Jurassic Park or Jurassic World is going to do better than anything with Godzilla in it. Fan-driven or not fan-driven. And I don't know, how do you really define what is fan-driven and what's not fan-driven in a Jurassic movie when they're all roughly the same? You know what I mean? It's basically go to island, big dinosaurs, run away, and then see you next movie. I mean, really, that's pretty much the premise of most of the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies, for better or for worse. Snake Eyes. Yeah, so... All right, so assuming all these casting directors are recent, Emma McKillop looks like she works for Rana Kress, Lily Rucker, and then Yoko. So we have two casting directors, one, I guess, for America and one for Japanese, but we're only seeing Japanese characters. So assuming that the cast is larger than what we see here, which I'm assuming it is, I don't know. But then, is it in Tokyo, Japan only, or is it in several locations? It's just not enough information. And because of that, I just don't know how legit this leak is in terms of, and even if it is legit, how much of this is going to stay the same between now and the start of the show? I don't know. The truth of it is, we're never going to figure out whether or not this leak is legit. We never are. Number one, it's too early. Number two, by the time the show comes out, I just have a feeling a lot of this is going to change. It always does. So this is what I would call a safe leak. Let's put it that way. Let's call it a leak. Let's call it whatever you want to call it. You want to believe it? That's fine. You want to not believe it? That's fine. I think one way or the other, we'll never find out. Is this too early in the game? This is a safe leak. I do see some red flags personally. Just the character descriptions alone sound very they sound very like elementary, you know what I mean? Like this basic. But then when you consider what Hollywood shoots out there these days, it's probably not too far from the truth in terms of it being someone in Hollywood that wrote it. I guess the question is, yeah, I agree with that, Crease. I think that's what it comes down to.
Tipped $5. Streaming join in E.T.N chat.
What? Hey, sorry to get off topic, but what's your Super Bowl prediction? And also, I definitely will invest in Apple TV
You are
Plus.
one awesome motherfucker.
Probably Buffalo, Kansas City, and LA. That's the safe pick. I would like it to be LA and the Bengals, and it would be hilarious if it's the 49ers and the Bengals because they've met twice in the Super Bowl before. So that'd be pretty funny. Let's be fair, the Monsterverse hasn't had the most complex characters. But that's not what my criticism is about the character complexity. I'm talking about just the writing, the way this is written. I'm not talking about the quality of the characters more so than I'm talking about the quality of the writing here. It's pretty poor. But again, to be fair, are we really to expect anything less from Hollywood these days? So I just think, and I agree with Kreese. I think this is a leak where you're not going to be right. Or the leakers, this is an easy leak, is what I'm saying. Like, if this is a real leak, then great. You know what I mean? If it's a bullshit leak, I don't think we're going to be able to tell the difference one way or the other, whether this is real or not, is what I'm saying. This is a safe leak. That's why I'm calling it a safe leak. It's a safe leak. It's not, you don't back yourself into a corner by giving any plot details, right? There's no plot details. These characters can easily be edited and changed or completely overhauled by the time the show comes out. Which is a pretty good defensive position to put yourself in if you're wrong. It's just a leak that is not going to be proven one way or the other, I think. I hope it's the Rams and the Bengals. Yeah, I do too. I really do. I wouldn't mind if the show just continues the Brody family, since many fans were upset that Ford's character, they can redeem those guys. I won't be surprised if half of those characters aren't even in the show. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think so too. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the best way I can deduce that. Like, I can't sit here and completely believe that this is legit. I just can't. It's just, there's too many questions here. And the timing of it. Just look at the timing. A week after the show is announced, suddenly somebody's got information on the show like this. I mean, even if you're a leaker that has a source in Hollywood, what is it? This source has their hand in everything? I mean, because from what I'm hearing, the Daniel RPK guy also gets shit from Marvel. I mean, talk about winning the fucking lotto. You know, you got sources in Marvel and Legendary. You know. Didn't you read a leaked King of the Monsters script one time for going to bed? Night, honey. Didn't you read a leaked King of the Monsters script one time, and for the most part, it turned out to be true? I've read a lot of leaks that turned out to be true, but you know what people never remember? The ones that I've read that were not. Everybody always jumps on the true ones, and and I say this time to time. I sound like a broken record now. Everyone always remembers the leaks that were true. What people never remember are all the ones that were not.
You are one awesome motherfucker.
And there's a lot of leaks that are more untrue than the ones that are true. But when someone's true, everybody thinks, "Oh my God!" You know what I mean? Like, people nuts.
49ers gonna destroy the Rams. Also, NFC Championship game more interesting than the AFC Championship game. Also, I said I was streaming on my channel.
Oh, but you're just being biased. You're a 49ers fan. Of course, you're gonna find the other one more interesting. Yes, the King of the Monster leaks were good times in this channel. They were. That King of the Monster plot leak before the trailer was how I found this channel. High Flyers also covered a rumor that Ken Watanabe was contacted to appear in the Apple Godzilla TV show. Yeah, you know, maybe. I mean, it would make sense, right? If you want to bring him back, that's not. That's not unbelievable. I mean, he's not very busy these days. I can't see why he wouldn't. And it does take place shortly after 2014, so he would technically still be alive. So that wouldn't surprise me if he pops up. Do you think a show like this would make better sense if it happened after Godzilla vs. Kong, possibly following Millie Bobby Brown around instead of doing a prequel? Well, they're not going to get Millie Bobby Brown. They're not going to get her. She's doing Stranger Things, and I think she's doing a lot of other work. I think she returned in Godzilla vs. Kong, contractually obligation, maybe. And she wasn't really in that movie all that much. Yeah. was coming like a year ago. Now it turns out true. Well, there was someone saying that it was coming to HBO Max. But how much? I always feel like I'm that guy. If a year ago you just come out and say something like, yeah, there's rumors of a Godzilla TV show coming on HBO Max. That's it. No other details, no other information. And then a year later it comes true, but it's not HBO, it's Apple Plus. Is that a correct prediction or just a lucky fart in the wind? Right? I guess that's the question. So it's like, what came first, the egg or the chicken type shit? Give her the big money. Well, who knows? Maybe she'll pop up in a couple of episodes, Mike. You don't know. A fart in the wind. Right. I would consider that a fart in the wind. Lucky and not 100% right. Correct. Godzilla King of Kaiju. Right. I mean, that's a good point, although that's a little bit more on the nose. You know what I mean? But I get your point. Unless Millie signed a contract to appear in MonsterVerse stuff. Again, we just don't know. I would love a new Godzilla game similar to the Melee ones in GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation. Yeah, it is her first movie, I believe. Yeah, if I remember right, that one was from We Got This Covered. No, it was actually from. I remember because I did a video on it, and it was from Andy Signor, his website. I forget what it's called, Fandom, fandom.com. I remember because I did a video on it, and I found out that was Andy Signor's website. She would have been like 7, 8 according to the timeline. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. But somebody did ask if they weren't better off doing the MonsterVerse show after what happened in Godzilla vs. Kong. I guess you can take a positive note that they aren't doing it that way, because then that means maybe they have other plans for events that happen after Godzilla vs. Kong. I think what you're going to get here is, let's say, for example, this leak is true and this is an all-Japanese cast and all-Japanese show. It just could be a small snippet in the MonsterVerse that took place after 2014 that we didn't see. Andy Signor is a fool. Phantom Wire, they're bullshit. Yeah, that's where I got the original. That's where I heard about that story last year. Now, let me tell you what I think they should do with this show. And this would be genius, which is why it's not going to happen. In fact, I even think some of you guys might agree with this idea. I think the way they should make this show is the way Black Mirror is made. And I'm not talking about like the stories. I'm talking about the way that Black Mirror is not linked necessarily. There's like loose ties to one another, but they're not heavily linked. In other words, one episode doesn't have to connect to the prior episode. What do they call that? There's a word for that. I forget. What's the fucking word for that? Anthology show. Yeah, that's what I think they should do. They should make it an anthology. You know why? I'll tell you why. If they do an anthology, then your story is more based on an episode than it is a whole season. And it takes a lot less pressure off of maintaining a whole series on one story element, which we've seen them struggle with a movie. If they made an anthology, and the reason I think it would work for a show like this is because we already know the MonsterVerse from a story standpoint is worldwide. So why not make it so that we can see, and this doesn't mean that you take away, it doesn't mean you can't have like the family concept, right? You can still have that in some episodes. You can see how different people across the world are affected differently. Then, and this would work in Apple's favor too, and I'll tell you why. Now you're visiting different parts of the world. You can still maintain the approach of having your diverse approach with actors from specific countries, but it's not heavy-handed because it's only episodic and it's not for a whole season. So you can have, much like what Black Mirror does, right? You can have certain episodes where you get certain stars that are recognizable. You know what I mean? Obviously Black Mirror does it a lot more now than they did in the early part of their show. You know, like if you watch like the first season of Black Mirror, you won't see as many celebrities as you do like in season 3, 4, or the last one. I think that would be a better approach for the show than a seasonal storyline. Because Godzilla travels the world, right? We know that there are different kaiju around the world. So why not just make it that each episode shows how people are affected in different regions of the world? And the other advantage is you can also approach it like Black Mirror in a sense where each season is not a determined amount of episodes. So if you wanted to have a certain episode invest heavily on monster action, you can make it like a 4-episode season and keep the investment to a minimum until you unleash that one episode that has most monsters in it. Yep. But the different kaiju are still asleep at the time during end of 2014, except for the Mutos. But James, see, this is why you got to open up your mind, okay? Why can't we have an episode where one of these monsters are about to wake up and Godzilla literally, let's say, for example, one of the underwater monsters, right? Right? Let's say, give me one of the underwater monsters. Randomly. Give me anyone. It doesn't matter. Typhon? Maybe? What? Your idea fits a lot better after Godzilla vs. Kong? No. Well, it does, but you can do it either way. Let's say Tiamat. Okay, let's say Tiamat, underwater monster, right? So he's asleep during the whole 2014 thing, correct? Why not have it where Godzilla senses he's about to wake up and he goes to what's the word I'm looking for? To intercept him, right? And these two end up having a battle on a remote island where there's a very low population of people. I'm talking a very remote, not a remote island, but an island where there really is no population. Maybe it's like a little private getaway for some people. And they have this big battle on this island, but nobody knows about it because as soon as it happens, the monarch and the government comes in and puts those people on hush. And that episode can be about those people experiencing that fight on the island. And Godzilla wins the fight and puts Tiamat back in his place. You got to open your horizons here. Okay? You got to open your horizons. Yes, they may be asleep, but who's to say that Godzilla didn't knock out one of these motherfuckers for another 5 years because they were about to wake up? The point I'm trying to make is there are ways around the whole sleeping. Plus, to be fair, they say that the show takes place after 2014. They didn't say what specific timeline. I'm assuming it's shortly after 2014. But I do think that there are ways around the idea that, the monsters are asleep. There's ways around that. There are always ways around that. We don't even need to say in the time that each episode could take place at different times. One could be after 2014. One could take place after. Well, and that's the other thing. That's the other advantage of doing an anthology. What if we have an episode? Look at this. You don't even need Godzilla in this episode. What if we have an episode where during the cleanup of San Francisco, nobody realizes that a couple of the eggs survive. And like a month, like 6 months or a year later after San Francisco, there's like mini Mutos running around the city causing havoc. I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities there. It's the point I'm trying to make, is that there's a lot of different opportunities where an anthology, you know, basically events that took place after 2014. You know what I mean? There's so many different opportunities you could well, I'm not, but Mike, you're not hearing me here. I'm not saying do that per episode. I'm not saying do it per episode. You know what I mean? You know what I just realized? We're not going to see Godzilla in this series. We're not going to see Godzilla in this series. I just got really I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I just realized we're not going to see, unless they heavily base this on some of the comics. I don't think we're going to see Godzilla in this series. It just hit me something that I remember. And it feels bad, man. It feels bad. In King of the Monsters, Godzilla hadn't been seen for 5 years since the event at San Francisco. Chalk it up, boys. We're not seeing Godzilla in this series. Sadness. You never mentioned it once, James. If you mentioned it somewhere else, it doesn't count here. Sorry. I just broke the news, so shut the fuck up. Yeah, no Godzilla. Feels bad, man. No Godzilla in the Godzilla show. I don't even know what else to say. All this speculation is just realizing, like, so we're basically gonna get a Monarch show. Well, time to retcon. No Godzilla in a MonsterVerse show, according to their storyline. Feels bad, man. I gotta put this on video. They can, yeah, but then if you retcon it, you're fucking up the movies. You can't retcon something that big. They said Godzilla hasn't been seen since the events of San Francisco. How are you gonna make Godzilla show up in between? No official documented sightings. All right, well then that means on the show, if he shows up, nobody can witness him. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, but nobody reads the comics, James. I'm sorry. I see your point. Nobody reads the comics. If they did, they wouldn't have had that line in the 2019. Yeah, it's not as easy as you guys are making it. Now look, that's not to say here that he won't show up, but something tells me it's not going to be something's going to be fucked up here, okay? Now they've done it before, right? I mean, according to I'm sorry, I'm not turning this music off. This is a sad realization. Rob, that means they didn't snitch on Godzilla because they were wanting to kill the Titans. They said in the movie the rest of the world hadn't seen Godzilla, but Monarch knew. Yeah, Monarch knew where he was, but this, look, according to your leak, because I know you're behind the leak, James, you always are. The bitch don't work for Monarch. Her family's tied to Monarch, and she's going on a search for the connection. I don't see how that fits into her seeing Godzilla or us seeing Godzilla if she's the main character. If the leak is real, which I don't think it is. We're not ending the music, I'm sorry. Look, here's the point. Even if we do see him, don't expect a whole lot. The Titans are sleeping. Godzilla hadn't been seen in 5 years except by Monarch personnel. Which means, you know what that means? Equals hardly any monster action. Both the Mutos are already dead, except Muto Prime. Nobody reads the fucking comics, so Aftershock is not gonna play a role here. You might get Godzilla sleeping. All right, you might get him maybe swimming in the water and somebody thinks they spot him. We're not getting a Godzilla battle in this show. And I get it. I wasn't expecting much either, but now knowing that the chances of seeing Godzilla are slim to none, our only hope is the giant condor. Rob, it'll be all right. He'll communicate through voicemails to the main character in the show. Oh my God. Reality sinking and LOL. I know. Tears and lulls. And, oh my God. This is like the ultimate troll, but it's not a troll because this is actually stuff that came in the movie. Rob, the budget is a concern too. How often we'll see monsters? Oh, yeah, to an extent. Not fully, because a lot of the assets have been created already. But look, it still feels bad, man. We're all here so excited about seeing Godzilla on TV that we don't realize the motherfucker's sleeping. And I'm not laughing to piss people off. I'm upset too with that realization, because obviously before I realized it, we've been talking about this the whole time. But it is kind of funny though when you like, oh shit, that's right. If they follow the story, which they should, and they probably won't, to be fair, he's not around. Nobody's seen him. And not only that, remember in King of the Monsters, they said they've done their best to keep track of him, but they thought they knew where he might be. They weren't fully keeping tabs on him. A show about Godzilla sleeping. I mean, we say a show about Godzilla standing anime trilogy. I know. Oh my God. You gotta admit though, it is kind of funny when you think about it. Oh my God. I just can't right now. I don't even know what else to say. It's just so funny to think about it because you know that's what people are expecting. You know that's probably what they'll deliver without realizing that was one of the lines in the movie. Watching a show on Godzilla sleeping would be akin to watching the NASCAR race. Hey, look, another left turn. Yeah. Godzilla's gonna be like, God damn it, I'm sleeping. And Godzilla be like, X-Files maybe. Smoke him if you got him. The most we may ever get to see of Godzilla is blurry photographs passed around briefing room. My heart hurts. LOL. Oh. I mean, it does feel bad, man. It really does when you think about it.
You tipped $5. Maybe we see Godzilla in the Hollow Earth.
Yeah, but they haven't discovered the Hollow Earth yet, Acno. If this show is to be as accurate in terms of its timeline. I'm starting a youth group at my local church. I don't even think I should stop the music right now. It's just, I think it's going to be sad. feels sad and feels bad man music for the rest of the fucking stream. And just in the background. Just so we can remember exactly what it is we're feeling when that revelation happened. What the fuck? Oh, what do we talk about now? Time to throw away my beer and pull out the vodka. I'm putting this video up tonight. This is going up tonight. Hey Rob, over or under, we will see Godzilla more times in the TV show than the singular point. Based on these movie facts, he shouldn't show up at all. If we're gonna have a story in Japan about a character that we've never met before, who doesn't work in Monarch and is only discovering that perhaps someone in her family worked at Monarch and she's trying to find out mysteries about that, I don't see where in that storyline is there an excuse to show Godzilla. Unless she's in the higher echelon of Monarch, which she is not. I wish I would have hit the record button when I realized this. I have to actually wait now for the video to finish processing so I can download it, cut it, and then upload it. But by God, it's going up tonight. I don't give a shit if it goes up at 1 in the morning. The world has to see this. The world has to realize it. I'm gonna go to the bar and drown my sorrows. Send it on Twitter, Rob. Expose it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna set the tone now. I'm just typing this real quick. Oh man, this is what happens when you get so excited. And even me, it's not that I was, you know, you guys know I've been even keel about the show. You know, I want to wait till I see it. And even with that mindset, I didn't realize right away that this motherfucker has been out of vision to the world for 5 years, from the time he dove in that water until King of the Monsters. Now look, in all honesty, it's probably not going to turn out that way. They'll find a reason to bring him out. But it is kind of funny when you think about it. It's still funny. Because now there is an off chance that we may not get him at all. There is that chance now. If they really follow the continuity, and I know, again, people are going to bring up the comics. Those don't mean shit. We've seen that any text written regarding the Monsterverse, whether it's the novelization or comics, don't mean shit in the movies. They didn't explain why. In the movie, they didn't explain why Skull Island is the way it is, even though we know why if you read the comic. They didn't explain in the book how the hell Jonah had 2 heads and then he sold one to the villain in Godzilla vs. Kong, but in the movie, they don't even mention that he met Jonah to begin with. So I can tell you right now, they don't give a shit about what's written in the comics or the novelization. They just don't. All right, we'll stop the music there. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, unless they're just going to ignore that. The easy way to have him in the flashbacks in San Francisco battle and before. Yeah, flashbacks I think are going to probably be the most likely thing. Yeah, he was sleeping. That's why. Yep. Should have hit the record button about 5 minutes ago. That's all right. I'm still putting it up. He wakes up only to get a Muto burger and goes straight back into the ocean. I know, right? They should play this music in a scene where one of those characters looks at Godzilla and says, hey, big guy, I'm non-binary too. No, what's going to happen is every time Godzilla's about to show up on the show, you're going to see Scarlett Johansson pop up and say, hey, big guy, sun's getting real low. You're not supposed to be up, motherfucker. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Scarlett Johansson shows up as the Godzilla Whisperer. Hey, big guy, sun's getting real low. Oh my God, that'd be bad. That'd be funny. Long sleeps the king. He slept through his entire TV show premiere. Oh no. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson will be cast as the Japanese lead. Very good. Oh my God. Oh man. I'm just more curious how the writers are going to do this show now. I think they're just going to ignore it. I don't think they're going to bring it up. But I'm going to make it my purpose to bring it up. Cuz really it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? Like if they should follow the story. I think what's going to happen is maybe some of the details are wrong. Maybe it won't be after. It to me would make more sense for the show to take place after 2019. Then you have a whole world to play with. But we'll have to see what happens. I don't know.
Akno Goji tipped $5. Maybe we get Godzilla Aftershock in this also. They literally say Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. They said he was in the Hollow Earth, and spoilers, Godzilla Dominion shows what cave leading there look like, so maybe we see Godzilla and humans in the caves.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in the show now? Well, I'm so interested in the show because I want to see how they're going to do a show without Godzilla in it, theoretically. Honestly, they're going to find a reason to show him. Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to happen. They'll find a reason to show him. It may not be a good reason, but they'll find a reason. That, or it'll just turn out that it's wrong in terms of the show because when I read it, it said the show takes place after 2014, which tells me that any event after 2014 is game, including King of the Monsters and up to Godzilla vs. Kong. But then some people said specifically it takes place right after 2014. And if that's the case, then yeah, technically, according to their story, we shouldn't be seeing Godzilla at all. You know? Now, here's what I think. Now, let's say this is all accurate. Here's what I think might happen. Now we got to change course. I think this, assuming the leak is correct, what I think is going to happen is that the main girl character finds out that her family or someone in her family is responsible for discovering, or she goes on a mission where she gets involved with the Monarch, and we see a show that involves discovering all the monsters up to and including King Ghidorah. So we see the monsters, but we don't necessarily see them in action. Like, we get to see more details on Outpost, where Monarch is, and they're studying the monsters, and maybe we get more. Again, still could be cool and interesting. I don't think a lot of kaiju fans are gonna like it because they want to see the monster action. But if they stick with their plot and we don't see monster action, that's about as much monster action as we're gonna get. And it would be cool. I just don't think it's going to get received well overall. I don't mind that because I've always been interested in more of the lore, which I don't think they do their own lore any justice in the movies. So a TV show, I think, is required to do that justice. But if in that case, you wouldn't see any monster action. Yeah, it's very niche. I'm sure Apple will dramatize the heck out of the show. They'll have to. It'll have to be a very good drama for them to pull it off with success. The other reason I think they may not show the monsters is because maybe they're leaving it for the theaters, which I guess makes sense. You know. Oh, it's going to be interesting now. Actually, in some regards, I'm more interested in seeing the show now because I really want to see what it is they have planned. Human scale monsters, there's a possibility. Kind of, but it's nothing solid on the organization. It'd be cool, but the reception, since we already know a lot about the outpost, would make everyone feel it's been dried out. I don't agree with that, James. We don't know everything about the outpost. All we really know are their locations and what monsters there are there. But we don't really know much else. We don't know the personnel there. We don't know what they're studying. We don't know what biology they've discovered from studying the monster. I mean, there's a lot of information they can put in there. It's just they have to do it in an interesting and dramatic way. You know, like they have to make a good story out of it. Maybe we'll see skull crawlers ransacking parts of the mainland. Possibility that wouldn't be a bad thing. Well, if they went with that route in the very last episode, the monster they discovered could wake up and Godzilla could make his way over there, so we get a monster fight that's kept secret. I do think that's what's going to happen. I think we'll get you might get like a season-ending episode where Godzilla does show up and it's kept under wraps. I mean, they managed to keep him under wraps the whole time until he popped up in Hawaii, right? So, I mean, if they were able to keep him under wraps for 50 years, according to the story, then I think they can keep him under wraps for one day, you know?
The Fenris Wolf tipped $5, tagged you in my recent tweet on the recent news. You'll get a kick out of this. LOL.
Will I? Scarlett Johansson shows up as the Godzilla Whisperer. Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real. Oh, Wolf taking a shot of vodka or whatever it is. That'd be funny. He feels bad, man. That's pretty funny. He even coughed. Come on, man, suck it up. My reaction to the fact that Godzilla won't be in the Apple TV show. Oh my God. I'm gonna start such an uproar with this. Maybe I should just do a separate video altogether. How about we record it now? How about I just do a video? Let's do it fresh, right? I'll put the Feels Bad Man music on and I'll do the video so that way I can put it up right away. And then I'll put the highlight of when I realized it up on the channel like tomorrow. So I have more time. Would that be better? Right? What do you guys think? You think that's better? Record a well-concise video while we're here right now to put up right away, and then show the funny highlight of when I realized it on the stream. Okay, let's do it. Let's set it up. All right, we're going to do it so that way. In fact, to even make it more fun, after I record it, I'll upload it while we're live. Even if we go a little late, it'll be fun. Just so we can see the early comments coming in. Okay, how's that? That'll be fun. Okay, let's do it. We're going to do it. So let's get the Feels Bad Man video going. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's all right, hold on. Just let me know if the volume's okay. I want to make sure I'm heard well. Let me lower it a little bit on my end. All right, testing. Is this good, or should I lower it more? Or is this good? Volume. Let me know. Just let me know if I should lower it more. Or I'll make sure donos are off. Oh, yeah. You're good? It's very good? Okay. Okay. Try not to donate. Well, I'm going to mention that I'm still live while recording this, but whoever's, please do not dono for the next 10 minutes. I know that sounds crazy. You know, I love when people donate. There it is. Look at that already. I didn't hit the record button.
Akno Goji tipped $5. They literally say in Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters they go to Godzilla home in the Hollow Earth. They literally say that, so maybe Godzilla in Hollow Earth, and there are a lot of monsters that are in this caves in the Hollow Earth.
All right, Akno, we'll discuss it later. Just don't donate for like the next 10, 15 minutes, okay? Because you're the only one does so systematically and it interrupts. Don't interrupt. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit the record button. All right. You know, I got to tell you guys, right now, I just want to, full transparency, we're live. And during this live stream, we've had a revelation. And it's a very unfortunate revelation that Godzilla will not be on this TV show. Or at least he shouldn't be on this TV show. Now, reports have come out that this show is taking place shortly after 2014. And well, you know, one thing we all failed to realize during our excitement for the announcement of this TV show, and it feels bad, man. In fact, it feels sad, man, is that if you recall in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla hadn't been seen for 5 years since the events of San Francisco. And well, if they stay true to that, he shouldn't show up. So take a moment of silence to know that if you do see any monster action, it likely will not involve the big guy. Yes, I know, chat. Feels very sad. Now, I know some people may argue, but there's Aftershock and there's some of these other stories we've read, novelization and whatnot, but I think if you watch the movies and you read the content, the movies tend not to give a shit about the comics or the novelization. I mean, in Godzilla vs. Kong novelization, Jonah had 2 Ghidorah heads, not 1. We never got any indication that he sold it in Godzilla vs. Kong, even though we know he did in the book. Godzilla Aftershock did have Godzilla fight a monster, but in Godzilla King of the Monsters, they said he hadn't been seen for 5 years. So, we don't know what to expect. Maybe he will. But until we see them either retcon or further fuck up the continuity of the Monsterverse, I think it's safe to bet that he's not going to be there. So what can we expect from a Monsterverse TV show without Godzilla? I don't know. I don't. But during my live stream, we were talking about the show and I came to this realization and I felt sadness, as did everyone in chat, and as you might right now. And please don't hate the messenger. I'm not here to rain on anyone's parade. I'm just a truth teller. Now, whether or not this show is a success will be purely narrative at this point, if we expect them not to show Godzilla. And the unfortunate thing is, technically no monsters should show up on the show because they're all asleep. Except Kong. So maybe this is actually a Kong show. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. But what I can expect, until proven otherwise, are no monsters in this Apple TV Plus show. I don't know how you're feeling right now. What I want you to know is that I'm here to help. If anyone needs to talk, if you're having moments of depression after hearing this news, know that it's okay. You're not the only one. But if you want some optimism, know this. Chances are they're not going to give a shit that they said that in King of the Monsters, and you'll probably get Godzilla. Or they'll make a scene where Godzilla is just happens to pop up, but they keep it secret. There are many ways they can work around it, don't get me wrong. But I think tempering our expectations should be a welcome approach this time. So grab a drink, whether it's a beer, your favorite soda, milk from your mom's tit, whatever it takes, and pour one out for the big G who may not show up in this show. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N. Feels bad, man. All right, let's put this shit up. They might discover Godzilla poop. If you're going to be depressed over a lizard not showing up on TV show, you need to get laid. Oh, you must have got here late. Oh yeah, let me see, James. Of course, I could always use a thumbnail. Rob crying meme, is that what it is? Let me see here. Who the fuck said that? Oh, yeah, that's good. I'll use that. Okay, very good, very good. I always like the Jordan crying. That's so good. That's one of my favorites, just so that rest of the chat can see it. There you go. There's the thumbnail for this video we're about to throw up right now. I'm not even going to edit it. I'm just going to throw it up like so. I just want to see the reactions. That's all. I just want to see the reactions. It should be fun. Okay, let me just pull up Photoshop real quick so I can just use my border. And then we'll throw this up and see what happens. Oh my God. Oh man. Here we go. Let's do this right quick. Right there. Let's grab the good old picture. All right. Oh, where is that? Where is it? There it is. Okay. This is really good. All right. What should I put in the title? Will not show up on new TV show according to MonsterVerse lore. Kaiser member for 21 months. This is epic. Thank you for the 21-month commitment, Kaiser. I appreciate that. You're almost going on 2 years, my friend. Jesus, that's good shit. All right. Here's what the thumbnail looks like, just so you guys can see. Oh, Godzilla will not show up on new show according to MonsterVerse lore. Oh, it feels bad, man. It feels real bad. Oh man. Now, do any of you think do any of you think they'll try and just get over that? And I think they probably will. I think but it's still funny. Like, I'm just doing this for the memes and the lols. I do think they'll probably try and just get out of it somehow. You know what I mean? But I do think there should be some sort of preparation for the idea that he won't show up. All right. Okay. Okay, let's save this and let's get the video up right now. Okay, let me. All right. Let's just do a quick view on the video itself to make sure. Did anyone else realize this? I know James Varela said he did, but anyone else think about this? Did anyone else realize this, or did you realize it at the same time I did when I said, "Oh shit"? I'm just curious. I feel like if you guys realized it, somebody would have said something. No, I didn't. You said no one's seen Godzilla in years. The hope Mike Doherty stirred into the hearts of G fans misplaced. To be honest, all of us only expected Godzilla 2014 flashbacks. I didn't realize it. D-Man talked about it a bit. Okay. Never thought Godzilla was going to be in outside of flashbacks. Okay. I didn't watch D-Man's video. Maybe I should have done that before. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's on mute. Why is it on mute? Live. And during this live stream, we've had a revelation. All right, so it's there. Okay, good. I'm still putting it up, regardless. Should be fun. Oops, what is that? Why did it do that? All right. Upload. Select files. Yeah, all of us, my ass. Believe me, if it was everyone, somebody would have said something by now. I do think they'll find a way to retcon that, though. I don't think they'll be like, okay, let's try to work around this. There's always a way to work around things. All right, here we go. I'm not even going to put a description. I'm just going to upload it and let it be. Oh, wrong one. Where's the other? There it is. There's Jordan. There's Jordan. That's funny. All right. Sorry, I'm just wrapping it up here. It'll upload in a minute. That's good enough. They don't really take tags into consideration anymore, so I don't put many of them like I used to. Back in the day, I used to fill it up. Now I just put like 4 or 5 tags and that's it. Plus, I don't even really exist in the algorithm since I don't upload videos that much. Not nearly as much as I used to. All right. Currently uploading. Publish. All right, and there it is. Did he? So what he does? So does D-Man think they're gonna try and retcon that, or does he think it's gonna be flashbacks? I definitely think now. I thought it was there'll be some flashbacks before. Now I definitely think there'll be flashbacks. So we'll probably get like the MonsterVerse fights from a different angle. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. He thinks it'll be a retcon? When the MonsterVerse stands tears, I can already taste it. Just gotta wait and see, yeah. Would it be funny if Godzilla was showing up and Monarch had to keep coming up with bullshit to discredit sightings? Yeah, which would kind of, I guess, be very, very reminiscent of the the real government, you know, to some extent. All right, looks like it's up, so I'm gonna go ahead and link it up around. Oops, okay, we don't need the ads, but let's just go ahead and get this. I just want to see a couple of people's reactions. That's all. Oops. No, that's not right. Yeah, discard. Where is it? Right here. Okay. All right, and I'll put it on Facebook. Up from the depths, now we need Godzuki. Oh, that's cool. Okay, and here we are. It's on Facebook. There it is. Oh man, it's really now it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to do this show. Yeah, I did. I just tweeted it now. Retweet it to Dangerville and Goji Center. Go ahead, do it. You know, if I do it, it makes it look like, you know. I mean, you can retweet it to whoever you want. Can't wait to see the angry comments. Well, you know, some people did know. You know what I mean? Apparently, D-Man remembered. I had totally forgotten until, like, it just hit me. You know, we're in talking, having fun, and I'm like, wait a minute. You know, because after a while, talking about whether or not he'll pop up, I guess it triggered my memory, and I was like, oh, shit, wait a minute. Technically, he shouldn't pop up. Technically, he shouldn't be seen at all. Local news. Maybe if season 1 is successful, season 2 can be after King of the Monsters, and season 3 after Godzilla vs. Kong. I have a feeling that some of the information we got may not be accurate. It wouldn't surprise me if we find out later on more details and it just takes place at any given time. This is why I think they should have done an anthology type of show as opposed to trying to do, again, which there is a chance they might, but most of these TV shows are all season, season based on one story. I do think an anthology for this would have been better, though, especially after King of the Monsters. But, they might just want to do a narrative show where we see how people have been dealing with the reality of monsters after what happened in San Francisco, and we just don't get monsters. Look at the replies in your tweet. I'm seeing angry comments already. No shit. You serious? I swear I'll send you back in time to the dinosaur age. Yeah, this one reply so far, but time to pay our respects. Oh, now Big Bad, this one was good. Look at Big Bad post. He posted a GIF of a casket and saying at me saying time to pay respects. Oh my! How much would Toho charge to use Baragon, in your opinion, Rob? They should just give that motherfucker away from free. I wouldn't pay for that shit. I wouldn't pay for that. I wish I still had that meme where I made Baragon on a pedigree dog food bag. Because I called him like a cute mutated dog. That's what I always refer to him as. Replying to E.T.N. Vanisher. Wait, what is it? Somebody just put like a little clip of Dr. Disrespect with a crazy laugh replying to me. Well, if it isn't Time herself? I don't know. I'm just getting these random people tweeting. I've never even seen these people. I don't so far I've got, Vanisher, I know who Vanisher is, but like 2 tweets here, I've never even seen these people before. Is the BOGO sale? Same always, saw Baragon as a dog. They only have Jurassic World 3 to leech off as of right now. I mean, Godzilla Aftershock is also after Godzilla 2014. I don't know how much after, but it is, and he's what I was saying before. I don't know if you were here for this, Vibes, but the problem is that Legendary has never really. I don't want to say they haven't given a shit about their comics, but they haven't given a shit enough about them to make them relevant in the movies. Because, like, for example, in the novelization of Godzilla vs. Kong, Alan Jonah had 2 Ghidorah heads and sold one of them to the guy in Godzilla vs. Kong. But we have no reference of that in the movie, and we have no reference in the movie that he even got them from Jonah. He just happens to have one. He never mentions anything about buying them from Jonah. Aftershock has no existence in the Monsterverse in terms of the movies. So, like, in Godzilla King of the Monsters, they say he hasn't been sighted for 5 years. But Aftershock, obviously, we all know in the comics he fought a monster. So, you know, I don't know how much they care about what goes on in their comics and their text versus what goes on in the movies. That's the problem. And that's a problem that they should have never have let happen. I agree with D-Man. I do think they're just going to retcon it. There's no way they can do the show without God. There's no way. Plus, Toho's involved. So Toho's not going to get involved if their own big guy's not going to be in there. So, but, you know, I think it's one of 2 things. They're either not going to retcon it, and we're only going to get flashbacks of the Godzilla fighting the Muto from different angles, affecting different people, or they're just going to show Godzilla and say, fuck what we said in the movie. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, how he has 2. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, we definitely know how he got 1. The other argument is he could have just gotten... Yeah, that's true, because Ghidorah was incinerated, so there's no chance to get a second one. Yet he had 2 of them. So they've kind of fucked up a lot of their storylines. So with that in mind, they probably are just going to say, fuck what we said in King of the Monsters. That's what I think. I also mentioned that earlier too, Pete. I talked about they can just do short. Some of these retweets or some of these tweets coming back are kind of funny. Very funny actually. Steven, I just saw yours with the troll face getting all serious. Yeah, I was talking about earlier how they could take an example would be like take one of the underwater titans and have them either fight them underwater, which wouldn't be as fun, or they go. You guys got to see some of these tweets. They're pretty funny. This is, Dr. Fu Langang replied, "Legendary right now," and then he put a retcon meme with somebody hitting. I'll just show it. He's just hitting the retcon button, so it looks like this. Oh man, that's pretty funny. That's really funny. But that's why I put the video up, because it really is. Oh my God. Feels bad, man. Yes, it is a terrible. Oh, so it is. It's a terrible day for rain. Oh, yeah. So this is people express. But they all know. I think they all know it's going to get retconned, probably. Aftershock was in 2014 and King of the Monsters, I think, 2019. The novelizations, unlike the comics, are interpretations that contradict or add to the stories. Yeah, they still have several months to have Godzilla be present. Yeah, I guess, you know. I don't know if many people know that in detail because a lot of people don't read those books. Let's be honest. I mean, I thought the Godzilla vs. Kong novelization was much better than the movie story by far, but not many people read that. Like, not many people read it. And the fact that the moment you realize that the Lizard Boy won't be on the TV show. Just make a video about the best replies. Because all the problems in the MonsterVerse story-wise and timeline-wise are due to that movie. Yeah. Well, they never had the MonsterVerse in thought when they made 2014. It's just that they didn't. Look at these fucking responses, man. Look at this. Oh, man. I really do hope people have a sense of humor. So far, these are funny replies. There hasn't been anything hostile. But, Toxic G fans, you insolent fuck. Vanisher. I know a lot of you guys are probably watching the stream now and just posting this shit for funnies. Legendary Writer said, oh, Cosner, this is good. Cosner, this is good. Legendary Writers at Apple TV right now. Oh, man. This is so good. It is. Look, it is a good laugh overall. We don't know what to expect, but it's. I thought it would be a good laugh, and I'm getting a good laugh for sure. That's for sure. That's tomorrow. You're going to hear, "Oh my God, kill yourself." I'm sure. So, we didn't even check the comments of if there's any kind. I mean, my videos don't get a lot of views nowadays, obviously because of my inactivity. But I want to see if there's at least one or two good comments. Let's see what happens. Let me see here. Oh, wrong button. Damn it. Oh, not necessarily. Well, there's 15 already. Probably a lot of you guys. I feel like they're going to break the continuity again. Wish the MonsterVerse had a more firmer grasp on continuity. Well, they once made an entire Godzilla movie in which we never saw Godzilla in the film. They even called it Godzilla. It was back in 1998, but we still watched the movie more than once anyway. Thanks for nothing, Sony. That's actually pretty good. That was from Nuts.
You are one awesome motherfucker.
What's up, everybody? Sorry I haven't joined recently. That's all good. You're good. The movie said he hasn't been seen in 5 years unless you know where to look. Unless you work for Monarch, nobody will ever see Godzilla for a long time. That's Steve. Worldwide Internet. In local news, multiple pedestrians known as kaiju fans are sitting outside protesting in front of Hollywood's Legendary and Warner Brothers headquarters about their mutated nuclear lizard friend, waving sign, "Long live the king, back to you, Brad." That's good. Scoffs, "I don't believe that, and we don't know for sure." That's Luis Rivera. Wasn't the two Ghidorah heads mentioned in Godzilla vs. Kong? There was one in the Apex base in Hong Kong and one inside Mecha G. Was it ever confirmed that there was one in Mecha G's head? I don't recall that. I've heard some other people say that. I don't recall that. I recall the one that we saw and then just Mecha Godzilla. But I have heard people say in numerous times that the other head was in. Did we get confirmation of that in the movie? No? Yeah, see? I don't either, right? I'm going to have to go back, I guess, and watch the movie again. I don't recall that. I don't think Bernie mentioned it and Wingard confirmed it. Are you excited for Elden Ring, Rob? Yeah, absolutely. Boy, that was brief. But that still brings up the question, like Brent said earlier, like how the fuck did he get two Ghidorah heads anyway? There was one Ghidorah head we know of, and the rest of Ghidorah was incinerated. So like it's just fucked up altogether. Bummer. This depressing realization is like the ending of Furious 7, as we are Vin Diesel and Godzilla lack of screen time is Paul Walker driving off into the sunset. Wow. Oh my God, Paleo, that's too. Porque, oh my God. This show is going to flop harder than King of the Monsters, sadly, especially with no Godzilla outside of flashbacks. Rob, this is a lie to the show. How dare you make these biased claims, man? You know I'm sensitive about these topics. I hope you be ashamed of this monstrosity. That was Vanisher, but Vanisher's the one been memeing on me on Twitter. I'll be back. I'm gonna drink the liquor store. Hey, Cosner, that's good. Khan takes the win again. Oh my god, LOL. Isn't he getting an animated show?
You are one awesome motherfucker.
Oh my god. This is good, funny stuff, though. I hope everybody enjoys and just has a good sense of humor about it. There will be the occasional toxic fan here and there. Oh no.
Guess what, motherfucker? You for damn sure ain't gonna see Godzilla in the show. You wanna know why? Because we just banned your ass and froze your subscription.
Oh no.
Leave
Oh.
this.
Apple TV is pissed at me right now. Oh no. I just posted it, Dinosaur. Oh my god, 12 notifications. Hold on. Replying to Rob. Fuck you. Fuck you. God, oh my god. Jonesy Illustrated. Jonesy, this is you. When you're excited for Apple's Monsterverse show, when you remember Godzilla canonically hasn't shown up for 5 years. Stop. Oh man, I want to fucking. Oh my god, this is some funny shit. Oh my god, Jonesy, that's a good one because this meme right here, this one always scares the shit out of me when I see it. It's so creepy. This is a good one. Oh my god. Jonesy, you're good at memeing, dude. Some of your memes are fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, this is good stuff. We haven't had a stream like this in a while where we just fucking laugh and meme all day. Oh man. I know G fans right now are like, where is it?
Come on, man.
Rob gonna choke on all the tears. I know. I'm so confused on what's happening right now. Basically what's happening, Dominosaur, is that we've all been excited for the new Monsterverse show on Apple Plus, talking about Godzilla and speculation. But in King of the Monsters, there was a line that said that Godzilla hadn't been seen for 5 years. So, you know, that kind of fucks up the whole idea of him showing up in the show.
Like that show was gonna do any good. Like most of your shows, this bitch was gonna flop harder than my dick after the Viagra wears off.
Oh my god. Let me see what else. Replying to E.T.N. Oh my god. Vanishes is posting a bunch of funny shit. Oh man. I don't know if I could show that one. Because it's got a movie clip in it. When Trump takes over Legendary on the first day, pissed off about the big G, you're fired? Okay. Replying to Rob on E.T.N. This has got Pedro Pascal laughing. Fiesta. This one's good. Big Bad posted this one. This is good too. Check this one out. The Fiesta stops. A fucking Rodin with maracas and a sombrero. He's all pissed now. It's definitely a contradiction with the Ghidorah head. Yeah, it really is. Oh wait, what about Godzilla Aftershock? Doesn't he show up there too? So he does. The problem there is that Legendary in the movies have never really acknowledged the comics. I mean, if you watch Godzilla vs. Kong without knowing some of the comic lore, you have no clue what's going on with Skull Island, right? But if you read the comics, you know exactly what happened to Skull Island. But the fact that they don't acknowledge it, or at least give it a little backstory as to what happened on Skull Island, and this is done multiple times in the Monsterverse movies versus their comics, so that's a problem, you know. So you're right about Aftershock. That's very accurate. But whether or not they'll actually utilize that on the show based on what they've done with the movies, is it to be expected? They just really don't acknowledge their comics or their writings. Yeah, right. They did mention it in the Godzilla vs. Kong novel. So, you know, it's like, unless you read the books and the comics, you really don't know what the fuck is going on. And even if you do, one of the biggest questions from the Godzilla vs. Kong novel is, how did Alan Jonah get two heads when he only collected one and Ghidorah was vaporized or incinerated, I should say. So, and let's face it, I very much doubt a lot of people read the comics and the novelization outside of, you know, hardcore Godzilla fans. G fans realizing there will be no Godzilla in Apple TV show. Oh, the classic Ben Affleck. Very good one, Jonathan. Oh my God. There's more replies here. These guys are going crazy. Oh, this one. He's been asleep for 5 years until King of the Monsters. Godzilla will show up on Apple TV series. Dangerville Goji Center. Oh my God. This is kind of funny. This is kind of funny. The only mention yeah. I wish we could have an extra 15 minutes of them to explain it. Yeah. Why won't I be surprised if we get an extended director's cut of Godzilla vs. Kong where they start explaining some of this shit? Or just, I don't know. I just think it's like D-Man said, I just think it's going to be a retcon, or we'll just get flashbacks. But for the moment, it is funny. It is pretty funny. You guys are memeing pretty funny right now on Twitter. I personally think Jonah cloned the Ghidorah head, attempting to resurrect Ghidorah, but failed, and dedicated to sell the heads to Apex. And that may be true, but we really don't know. That's the problem. That's the very problem, Chris, is that we're left to kind of assume these things. You know, there should have been some explanation, and there really isn't. So it's like, yeah, I agree with you, but it's not canon, and that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? The replies are hilarious. Most of them are you guys. I know that already, but still, that makes it funny. At least it makes me feel good, because when all the bad replies come in, I'll probably be sleeping, you know? So. Oh my God. Okay, that's it. I'm going back in time and changing the Monsterverse timeline to where Godzilla fucks the female Muto and they go on a global rampage for 5 years straight. That'll totally fuck up the timeline. Oh my God. Oh, I love this new one. Have you guys seen this one going around? The Andrew Garfield. This one's good. It was basically Godzilla getting dropped by Ghidorah and then him falling. And Andrew's like, no. He dives in to go after him and then he fails. He's holding Godzilla. That's one of my favorites. That's a recent one. I've seen that one pop up on Facebook. That one's pretty good. Oh my God. Some of these replies are just too fucking funny.
Cuff. Holy cow! Cuff. Holy cow!
Vanisher's going. Oh my God, Tyler Brown's with the nope meme. This funny shit. Toxic fans right now are at Rob, and I took that personally. The fucking Jordan meme. Not stonks. The fucking Tim. Replying to Rob. The Thanos one.
I'm just a messenger.
You are one awesome motherfucker.
Oh, I want to hear this, but let me wait for this to come through. Vanisher, you got some good ones, boy. You got dropping them like every fucking few minutes.
I am Joe Biden tipped $5. Wow, this series will be just like my presidency. All you were so happy, so excited, couldn't wait to see me. But like Godzilla, nobody will see me because I will be sleeping for 4 years and I will take your money while you watch me sleep too.
True international effort to pressure.
Oh man, this is funny. I wish it was all one big continuity. Godzilla 54, The Final Wars, and Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, it's hard to do a continuity over the course of 32 movies. I want to hear what this says. So Vanisher replied with a little Thanos thing here. I just want to hear. It's like 7 seconds, but
I have to break your neck. It's just the way it is. I'm just a messenger.
I have to break your neck. What is this? G fans after hearing this. Wait. What? Wait a minute. What the fuck? It says it's age restricted, but it's not letting me watch it. That's weird. What? I know my settings have age restrictions off, obviously. So I find that weird that it's not letting me see this. I missed that one. So what's this one?
Oh, I did something to my leg. I can't hardly walk. I need some help to town, please.
This is Red Dead Redemption. Angry G fans be like, oh yeah, I know, right? What's this one? The Fossil Paleontologist. Another one, DJ Khalid. Warsu, clickbait video, Dangerville, Monsterverse, Moneymaker videos, D-Man using speculation, Rob with the reality check. This is really good. Check this one out. Warstu with the clickbait video, Dangerville, Monsterverse, Money Milker videos, D-Man using speculation, Rob with the reality checks. So they're all pointing the gun at each other, and then I got a fucking sniper at all three of them. Oh my god, that's funny. Hey, you guys are creative with these memes, man. This is good shit. I could fucking watch memes all day. Don't get me started. You will see Godzilla in the show. Oh man, what's this in G fans right now? Replying to Zimzilla, Godzilla being active during the events of Aftershock, Legendary not giving a Titanic shit about their external material. This is a good one, Sim. I like this one. You got fucking Bane, Godzilla being active during the events of Aftershock, and then the guy in the pink suit, Legendary not giving a Titanic shit about their external material. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm back from Twitter. Yeah, I see that. Your shit's been funny. Everybody's been dropping funny ass memes right now. It's really fucking hilarious. 50 years later, Obama gets added to what? I don't even know where that's coming from, Vanisher. Oh my god. What's going on, Angelo? My god, I literally got tears coming out of my eyes right now. Oh man. I did pick a bad night to use music that's gonna get this stream claimed though. Now that I realize it, looking back, I should have just kept it. But I can just take the music off, that's all. And it's not really the music I had in the beginning, it was the fucking intro. I have to just remove it. What is this? Replying. What? That's pretty funny, AK. Oh man, this is gonna be going on. Fuck, man, this is funny shit. My head is starting to hurt. I'm laughing too much. I'm gonna have to stop looking at these for now. Like, seriously. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even see some of these. Look at this, Rob hitting us with the reality check. Just let people enjoy. This is from Steven Corum. This is pretty funny. I don't know, you guys can hardly see it, but it says, just let people enjoy things. And it has like this dude like, no. I'm not trying to take enjoyment away. It's important people know the truth. Oh my God. Okay, I can't anymore. It's too much. Oh my God. Oh man. There's so many memes. You guys have put up so many memes already. I haven't even seen a lot of these. Like, they're just going by so fast. Look at show more replies. Most of this is everybody in chat right now. It's funny. Yeah, there's still more coming in. That's funny. I'm gonna enjoy these now because what's gonna happen is when this settles in tomorrow, I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack. Let's see the video. There's a couple more comments. Let's see here. Oh, this is people that we already know, though. Maybe they can have Godzilla action via flashbacks, such as Godzilla in prehistoric times, like his ancient fight with Ghidorah, or maybe we can see the perspective of witnesses from the Hawaii fight, and we can actually see the fight as a do-over. That's actually a good point. I didn't think about that. The Hawaiian fight that got cut off in the movie, like we get to actually see it play out. It's not bad. Rob, will you do an unboxing of the box set when they release the series on 4K Blu-ray? That'll be epic. The box set? I don't know about that. Yeah, this funny shit. Twitter is still going. What is this shit?
Chess set. Isn't it beautiful, this set? How about this one, right? Did we get those? I don't believe I like those. Why don't we order those?
You got enough space for all of this?
Yeah, I do. We bought these, right? And these, and these, and these. This table, these. Yeah. Excuse me. I want that one there. How about that?
What the fuck, Vanishing? I don't get that. Like, it's basically a 30-second clip of Michael Jackson buying a bunch of shit, but the little images pop up of like different video games. Although that is pretty accurate to how I buy my games. You see my Steam library is ridiculous. We do a little trolling, yeah. Oh no, you always got to ruin the fun, don't you, Rob? Look at this one. G fans wanting Godzilla in the new Monarch TV show. Rob realizing 2014 he hasn't been seen in 5 years. He hasn't been seen. You kind of fucked that up, Tyler. But it's all right. I forgive you. Tyler, are you even in chat? I haven't seen you talk all night. Oh no, no, oh no! This is a painful one. This is Warsu. Here's how the Godzilla Apple TV series will change the MonsterVerse. Oh man, look at this one. That's brutal. That is a good idea, actually. I agree with that, James. If they show more perspective of the fight that took place in Hawaii, I think that's what's going to happen too, right? Oh, that's a video of Microsoft? Okay. Oh, very good point. Very good. I get it now. Yeah, this one is pretty brutal. Wars through here is how the Godzilla Plus series will change the MonsterVerse. Rob. Oh my God, I actually like that one. I might keep that. I might actually just keep that one. Did he make a video? Did Warstu make a video on the MonsterVerse that talked about how this is going to change everything? I'm just curious. I haven't watched any of his videos in eons. If they give new angles of the San Francisco fight, then they got to use Godzilla's 2014 spines. That's true. That's true. Warsu hasn't uploaded anything about the show. The superhero shit must be making him enough money. True story. Please, Rob! No! It's funny. Put it as a background. Yeah, I'll put it on my desktop as a background. It looks pretty high definition. You just made it on the spot. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Sent in one more meme. Okay. I know you guys are going crazy here. It's funny. Godzilla in the Apple TV show. James, that's pretty good. I like that one. This one's funny. Oh no. All right, I got a couple to catch up here with. Oh, Vanisher putting more Dr. Disrespect. do you watch Dr. Disrespect Vanisher? Oh my God, there's a bunch here. I didn't. Hold on. Men, today we fight under our new banner, Godzilla not being awake in the Apple TV show. I hope we. Oh my God. I don't know what it is about this one. This shit almost made me choke. This is by Zimzilla. Nah, he's funny to watch though. I like him. Men, today we fight under our new banner, Godzilla not being awake in the Apple TV show. I hope we lose. I don't know what it is about that. This made me crack up. Oh man, what's this one? Big Bad Wolf. D-Man wars through Dangerville. Don't do it. It'll cause an uproar. Rob, okay, I won't. D-Man wars through in Dangerville walking out. Rob winking. So he's using the Doctor Strange from Spider-Man No Way Home. That's pretty funny. This one by James had me laughing too. Look at this one. So James puts Godzilla in the Apple TV show right now. It's fucking Shaq sleeping. I am, dude. I've never laughed this much in a long time. Oh man. Like literally my throat's starting to hurt. And the thing of it is, I keep saying I gotta stop looking at these, but I can't help it. If I see funny memes, I just gotta keep going. It's like an addiction. It is really good stuff. I mean, look, it's almost 11 o'clock. I haven't even. Oh my God, it's so funny. I need a drink.
Rob's ex tipped $5. Well, typical Rob. He always seems to ruin the surprise ahead of time. Some of us like to wait until the times comes, but no, you had to let it out of the bag early and still shove it down our throats. Not all of like that, you know?
That's funny. Yeah, I am streaming tomorrow. All right, so Zimzilla put Zimzilla. And Alex Jones. I can't let that play too long, but that's funny as hell. This one is funny too. This is another one by Dr. Fu, Langang. So he says, Godzilla fans when they find out, and then he puts a picture. Violence. Oh my God. This is by Steven Corum. Uncle Ben, what happened? No Godzilla in Godzilla show. I have a feeling they're gonna fucking take that video down. Replying to E.T.N. Rob. What is this? Vanisher, another one? Let's see what this says. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Huh?
The fuck are you doing?
I'm just jacking off.
And this is the funny thing. You look at this video.
What are you doing?
Huh?
The fuck are you doing?
He says jacking off because he's got a jack.
Huh?
The fuck are you doing?
It's funny. Oh my God. Monarch to the public when Godzilla shows up between 2014 and... This is good. I like this one. Monarch to the public when Godzilla shows up between 2014 and 2019. Godzilla being told he's been asleep for 5 years. Godzilla. Oh, the little John Cena meme with the, are you sure about that? Rob giving G fans a reality check. I wish I could show that. Basically, it's from the Book of Boba Fett when he's training with the Tusken Raider and the Tusken Raider slaps him on the head. What? Godzilla and Odin will give one thing in common. Will have one thing in common. Convenient Odinsley. I don't get that one. Oh no. Rob's, oh, look at this one. Rob's reality, G fans getting hyped to see Godzilla in the Monarch TV show. Oh my God. You guys are gonna make me like hated right now. You guys are really fucking going hard. This one's funny. Look at this one. Forgiveness stops. Oh my god. That one's good. Forgiveness stops. He's fucking Jesus looking diabolical there, man.
Oh yeah? That's interesting.
Fucking Dr. Disrespect. He's farting in the fucking mic. Oh, Monarch trying to prove Godzilla sightings are fake. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Well, that was entertaining as shit, man. Oh, man. I have to enjoy this now because I'm sure at some point there's going to be a roasting on my end. Receive one. Godzilla hadn't been seen in 5 years. Only to the general public. Monarch had been monitoring Godzilla and keeping it top secret. There's still hope. Yeah, maybe. Maybe there's still hope, but I'll wait to see what happens. Oh my god. Well, thank you guys for the funny memes. They were great. They were great. We haven't seen Rob laugh this hard in a while, so it's good to start off the end of the month. And it's good for me, too, after all the shit that I've been going through the last few months with my kids in the school. And, you know, for a little while there, I was a little nervous about the whole job thing, and that came through. So this is a good way to cap things off, for real. I appreciate it, guys. What turned out to just be a meme, a troll, you guys turned into just a very funny meme venture on fucking Twitter. We do. But you know what it is? It's hard to plan this stuff. You know, we didn't, again, if I didn't realize that story element from King of the Monsters, this would have never have happened. This kind of stuff you can't plan. This is what makes sometimes the streams so funny because we've actually had a lot of moments like this, but you can never predict when it happens. It's just kind of one of the things that you got to be here. And those that have been here consistently over the years, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, we've had some killer, funny ass streams in the past, but again, they happen organically, which makes it even better. The monster was our last hope. No, there's another. Mothra, yeah. The power of new Godzilla content, yeah. My God. Am I a joke to you? What is this one? G fans be like, when Godzilla's toenails show for a split second and that's his only appearance, heavy metal starts. This was like the night we created the Kinky verse. Yeah, that was funny. Make tips $1 again, and it will get real entertaining. That's true. I'll do that. The thing of it is, man, then Acton goes fucking ham. You think he went ham tonight? You should see him with dollar tips. Forget it. It's endless. Yeah, the forgiveness stops one is really funny. Really, really funny. Oh, man. That's some good shit. Oh, man. Angry G fans when Godzilla isn't in the TV series. Oh, that's funny. This dude is jumping out of the couch. Oh, my God. Retweeted a reply. Oh, replying to E.T.N. Rob. We announced a Monsterverse show. We said it after 2014. Godzilla hasn't been seen in 5 years. Godzilla. And then he's staring at the thing like, wait, uh-oh. That's funny. More Dr. Disrespect.
What did I just watch? What?
If you guys don't watch Dr. Disrespect, you should check him out every now and then. He is fucking hilarious. A good video game player too, but some of his antics are fucking hilarious. likes a tweet that I was mentioned in. Glad we're on the same track. Oh yeah, definitely. Mr. Rittenhouse, is it fair to say that Godzilla would be awake after 2014, but before King of the Monsters? Yeah, that dumbfounded look that he gave the lawyer. That's funny. That was Zimzilla. All right, I can be up all night looking at these, but I gotta call it, man. I need to let the laughter rest. I'll return tomorrow and look at these. Oh my God, it's still pouring in. The real fun begins around tomorrow afternoon when other people see this that are not going to be happy with what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, these are really, really funny. You have 10 seconds left to live. Who is Oro Crony? Who is that? Just real quick before I go, I'm just curious. Are they still here in chat? If they ever were? You guys need to keep... Oh, that's Hugo G? Okay, I should have known with the icon. That's true. Okay, the anime icon. Replying to E.T.N. Rob, 3 a.m. What is this? Vanisher, you've got some crazy sense of humor, man. Some of the shit you've been sharing. What the fuck? Oh no. That's probably the most creative Rickroll I've ever seen in my life. The lead up to the Rickroll was epic. That was good. That was good. On that note, I'm going to call it a night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I was going to play Halo tomorrow, but something tells me we might have some fun with other things. But we'll see. Because I did buy Halo finally. It was on sale on Steam. Big sale too. Got it for like $14. So we'll see how things play out tomorrow. Yeah, I promised everybody I would play the original Halo. Because I'm not a Halo fan, but I told him I'd give him a shot. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know. I don't think we might have to wait till next week for Halo. I'm kind of wanting to see how things play out with this tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll play by ear. All right, I'm gonna hit the end button here, man. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. I'll be here. All right, take it easy.